everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Mel. Thank you so much for joining me today for my Magical Reads TBR and my Because We Can TBR. So you might be wondering, what is this get up all about? Well, today I'm going to talk you through the Magical Reads TBR. Magical Reads is a readathon that has been created by G over at Book Roast. So I will link all of her information in the description below so you can go and check it out. Basically, the idea is that we are creating characters that will then go through a magical school, university to become a scholar in this amazing world that G has created. So the first part of creating this character is to do the novice path, which is a readathon that will happen throughout the month of September, and I am going to be going on the novice path to try and make my way to the university so that I can become a scholar. And I just thought it was appropriate to be wearing some kind of magical, mystical fantasy outfits for you today. I do think this also kind of fits in with the Because We Can Readathon as well, because this round of the Because We Can Readathon is Netflix themed. And Netflix has been going down the fantasy path quite a bit lately. Of course, we have Shadow and Bone, we have Sweet Tooth, we have The Umbrella Academy, we have quite a number of fantastical fantasy themed style TV shows that they've been creating recently. So I do think this works quite well for that one as well. Those are the two readathons that I am doing my TBR for today. I will link in the description below and also in the eye two other TBR videos that I've created for the month of September, because as you probably know, this is also Becca's Bookopoly readathon month, and also I have my Roll of Reads TBR game that I play every month to determine my TBR for that month as well. So what I've done is I have done half my TBR for September through Becca's Bookopoly, so that is linked in the eye right now. And then I have also done the other half of the TBR through my Roll of Reads, and that is linked in the eye now as well. The books that I got in both of those games will make up the majority of my TBR for September, and from those I will then make my TBR for Magical Reads and also for the Because We Can Readathon. So, like I said, Magical Reads is happening all the way through the month of September. Because We Can Readathon is actually happening in the second week of September, the second full week of September. It is a week-long readathon. Like I said, it's Netflix themed, and we have reading challenges and we also have creative challenges. I am going to be doing the creative challenges, so in that week, that second week of September, keep an eye out on my channel every day. Hopefully I'll do it every day. Definitely going to do quite a few, but I don't always necessarily get a chance to do all 7, but certainly I would do a number of those challenges throughout the week. So keep an eye on my channel for those challenges. They are really, really fun Netflix themed challenges that I'm super excited to be able to do. And then the reading challenges are Netflix themed as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk you through, first of all, my Magical Reads TBR, and then I will talk you through my Because We Can Readathon TBR. I was thinking about doing these separately as well, but I've already got 2 TBR videos for the month of September, so I didn't want to do 4. I just thought that was a little bit over the top. So yeah. It is time-stamped. If you would like to switch between the various different things, only watch what you're interested in, then obviously do so. All of the information for all of the readathons I'm talking about are in the description below. Highly recommend you go and check out all that information, because all 3 readathons are really fun and I think are going to be fantastic to do and participate in. So, Magical Reads. The idea behind this one, like I said, is that we are working towards becoming a scholar at a university, and it is all taking place in the magical land, which I need to check the name of. Give me a sec. So it all takes place in the mythical land of Aldea, and the aim is to become a scholar at the University of Aurelium. She has done so much work towards this readathon. She's created maps, she's created files with character outlines, she's created pictures of characters. It's just incredible. So much work has gone into this one. I'm absolutely amazed. It really does feel to me like I'm going to be playing a round of D&D, except that I will be doing it via reading books, which combines 2 of my favorite things to do. So I'm super excited about that. So the way that it works is, like I said, you are working towards gaining your scholarship, becoming a fully accredited scholar. So the first thing that we have to do, which is this readathon, is complete the novice path, and that is a series of trials to get you through to join the academy. From there you then participate in each readathon, which will then give you a different path to get through the academy, through the different levels of the academy. So there's novice and so on. So this is the novice path to become a novice. Then there is a bunch of different character creation that you can do throughout the next few months, and then the next readathon I believe will be taking place in April, and that is where you then are in the university, you are a novice and you're working your way towards the next step. So there's a whole bunch of character creation, there's a whole bunch of different continents that you can choose to become from, there's a bunch of different backgrounds that you can have, guilds you can have, and different character types that you can have. So in this readathon you only have to do the novice path, but if you wish to, you can also work towards building your character as well, and throughout the next few months you can do other things to work towards building your character. So for the novice path, the traveller's key, it says, to prove yourself on the path, you must showcase exceptional skill or wit on at least 2 occasions, meaning that out of the challenges listed, you must complete 2 prompts to successfully reach the Aurelium Academy. Of course, if you have the wish or capacity, you can always aim for more. Each prompt requires a separate book. The novice path journey ends at midnight, September 30th. So we have a variety of different things. I do have books for each one, but of course we'll just see how we go. Definitely aiming to get 2 read. Whether or not I complete the rest, I don't know. I'm going to pop this down here. I'll have to keep looking down, but that's okay. So the novice path is the first one, and for this one we need to read a book with a map. So for this I will be reading The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. This is the second book in the Wheel of Time series. So this is an epic fantasy adventure series, and it follows a bunch of different characters who are trying to change the fate of the world. Basically, I'm not going to say any more than that. It's a fantastic epic fantasy series. I've actually read probably about half in the past, but I've never finished the series, so I'm super excited to do that. So as an epic fantasy, I'm sure you can imagine this will 100% have at least 1 map. I actually think it has more than 1, but in any case, it definitely has a map, so it counts for that one. Then we have the prompt Ashtorn Tree. So this, you need to read a book that is at the top of your TBR. So for this, I've actually decided to go with Ariadne by Jennifer Bent, I believe. It is up here, so you can see her surname. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's something along those lines. This is a book that is based on Ariadne, who is a mythical figure in Greek mythology. She was interested in relationship with Theseus, and Theseus used her in order to escape the labyrinth in Crete. So it's following that story. It's a retelling of that story. I'm super excited to read this one. I've heard some amazing things about this. I absolutely love Greek mythology, and I always love a retelling of Greek mythology, so I'm very excited to read this one, and it is a new release as well, so it's very much at the top of my TBR, so that's really awesome. Next prompt is The Mist of Solitude, and for this one you need to read a standalone. So for this one I will be reading Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. This is a book that I'm buddy reading with my good friend Michelle. I am not 100% sure exactly what this is about. I believe that we follow a teenager who doesn't feel like she fits into the world. I do believe there are some things going on with her having some neurodivergencies, but it makes her feel like she doesn't really belong in the world, and it's how she deals with that and some of the trauma that she's also experienced in her life as well. I think it's going to be very hard hitting, and I'm really excited about it. The next prompt is Ruin of the Sky. So read a book that features ghosts or a haunted house or some other kind of paranormal creature. So for this one I feel like I might be stretching it slightly, but I have chosen Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. This features witches, so I'm saying they are supernatural creatures. This is one of the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, and like I said, we follow a group of witches or a coven of witches, and it is about them being a coven and what kind of magic they are using and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. That's a buddy read with Ellie from Earl Grey Books. All of the people who I talk about in this will be linked in the description below, so you can go and check those out. So yeah, the next prompt is Obsidian Falls, and for this one you need to read a thriller or mystery. So for this I will be reading Every Word. This is the second book in the Every series by Ellie Marnie, and it is a Sherlock Holmes retelling, I believe. I have actually not read the first book, which I do need to finish by the end of this month in August, which I will. I'm filming a little few days before, so the end of the month, so hopefully I definitely need to get done because it is the Last to Read book club buddy read. So the Last to Read book club is a book club that myself, Ellie from Elgro Books, and Lana from Law and Lullabies are running. I will link the announcement video and information in the description below, so you can go and check that out as well if you want to join us. Absolutely, really excited to read these books and really excited to have the book club, so definitely if you want to join us, please do. We'll love to have anyone that's interested. Yeah, I'm going to read this one for Obsidian Falls. The next prompt is The Tower of Rumination, and for this one you need to read a 5-star prediction. So for this one, I have chosen The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth, I'm pretty sure. I think this will be a 5-star. I know it's going to be hard-hitting, but it does sound really good. Everyone that I've heard talk about this book has absolutely loved it, so I do expect that I will absolutely love it as well. So it is a 5-star prediction for me. Hopefully it ends up being 5 stars. And then the final prompt for this round of the Magical Reads, the Novice Path, is the Aurelium Academy arc, and for this you need to read a book with a school setting. So for this one I'll be reading Legend Born by Tracy Dion. This takes place in, I think it's Harvard or Yale, a university in America anyway. It is a modern magical fantasy retelling of the King Arthur mythology, and I'm really excited for it. It sounds really fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to reading it, and I'll be buddy reading this one with Kat from Brews and Reviews, so super excited for that. As far as character creation towards future readathons goes, I have decided that my character is going to be from the continent of Etheria, and for this I need to read a book that features elves or fae. So for this one I'm hoping that I will be able to get to The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is the first book in the Lord of the Rings series, and elves are some of the main characters and definitely a big part of the plot. Quite a bit of the story in The Fellowship of the Ring takes place in Rivendell, which is a home of the elves, so it definitely fits for that one. So that's for that. And then finally for my character is going to be a wildling, so that is a character who is from a wild natural place, so not a city but rural areas, and for this I need to read a book that takes place majority of the book takes place outdoors. So I've selected either The Lord of the Rings or The Great Hunt. Both of those take place mostly outdoors. They both deal with travel. A fair bit of travel happens, so definitely both of those will work for this prompt. It does say that for the Novice Path, all of the Novice Path prompts have to be a separate book, but I don't believe that these two that I've just said are not part of the Novice Path. They are part of future character creation, so I'm pretty sure that that still works, but if not, then I have plenty of time to read books that take place outdoors, so I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, that is Magical Reads. That is all the stuff for Magical Reads that I will be working on throughout the month. Definitely going to get the Novice Path done because I only really need to read 2 of those books, and I've got a whole heap that I'm hoping to get to, so I definitely will be able to do that. And yeah, that's Magical Reads. Now, I'm going to talk to you about Because We Can. So the Because We Can Readathon is a readathon that takes place twice a year. Like I said, it's a week-long readathon. We have 7 reading challenges and we have 7 creative challenges. The creative challenges, you can either make a video, make a TikTok, put an Instagram post, do a tweet, do a blog post, anything like that that answers the various different creative challenges. I will link the 3 announcement videos, so there's an announcement video for all the details of the readathon, then there's the reading challenges, then there's the creative challenges, and all of those have separate announcement videos. So I will link all of that in the description below, along with the Because We Can Readathon channel, because it has its own channel, as well as the 3 hosts. So the hosts are Kat from Brews and Reviews, Kat from Stars and Embers, and Jenna from Just a Little Bit Random. So all of those people and their channels will be in the description below, so you can go and check them out as well. It's a fantastic readathon. I've gone in every single one since it started, and it's always been really fun. They put so much effort and energy and thought into all of their different themes and questions. Every single Because We Can Readathon has a separate theme, and it's really fun. This round's theme is Netflix, so it all is around different aspects of Netflix as a streaming service. So the creative challenges are all around some of the shows that Netflix have put out in the last probably year and a half or so, and then The reading challenges are about this way that Netflix itself is actually structured. So I won't go through the creative challenges. Like I said, the link to that announcement video is in the description below if you want to find out more about it. I'll be doing most of those creative challenges, so you'll be able to check those out on my channel. But I will go through the reading challenges. What I'm actually going to do is go through all of the challenges and then tell you what books I'll be reading for each one, because I will be doubling up quite a bit for this particular readathon. You can double up, triple up, whatever you want. Kat from Stars and Embers is only reading the one book and has managed to make that fit all of the different prompts, so you can do that if you wish to. There is a group book as well, and again I'll go through that as well. So the first challenge, so this is all about the way that Netflix is set up, so sort of like continue watching, we think you might like, etc. So the first challenge is continue watching. So for this one we need to continue with a book or series, so you can actually choose a book that you have started but haven't finished yet, or you can continue with a series that you've started and you want to do the next book in the series. The next challenge is My List, so you need to read something that's on your TBR. So that's pretty straightforward, really. And then we have Trending Now, and for this you need to read a hyped book. And then we have Watch It Again, and for this we need to read an old, or reread I should say, an old favourite. Next prompt is New Releases, and for this one we need to read a book that has been released in 2021. Next up is Available to Download, and for this one we need to read a book that is in digital format, whether that be audiobook or ebook. And then the final prompt is Because You Liked, and you need to read a book that has been recommended to you because of something else that you have liked. So those are all the reading challenges for the Because We Can Readathon Netflix round, and I'm going to tell you now which books I'm going to read for which prompt. So like I said, I'm doubling up quite a bit. I've got definitely 2 books that I'm going to read in that week, but possibly 3. I will see how I go. So for continue watching, I'm going to read Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. So this is, I'm not sure exactly where this falls in the chronological order. You can read the Discworld in any number of different orders, but it is not the first book, it is a later book, so it works for that one. Then we have My List, read something from your TBR, and for this one I'm going to read Ariadne, and that is from my TBR. Then we have Trending Now, so to read a hyped book. So for this one, again, I'll be reading Ariadne. It's not a super hyped book, but I've heard quite a few different people talk about how much they think it's going to be fantastic. Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts and Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction have both talked about how great they think this book is or is going to be, so I'm super excited for that one, and I think that makes it hyped because I've heard of it, so that works for me. Then for Watch It Again, reread a book, I am going to count Weird Sisters for this one. This is a reread for me. I've read almost all of the Terry Pratchett Discworld series, so yeah, that one counts for that one. Then we have New Releases, read a 2021 new release, and for this one I'm going to read Ariadne because it was released in 2021. Available to download. Now this is where I potentially might be introducing a third book, I'm not 100% sure. So the group book for the Because We Can Readathon Netflix round is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and they will also be doing a watch, so you can watch the movie of that one at the end of the week. I'm not sure exactly when it is, but again, if you go and check out the channel you'll find out. But anyway, I'm not super keen on reading this one. I don't hate the idea. Potentially I could be interested in it, but I'm not super keen to read it. But in any case, I have downloaded the audiobook so I can listen to it throughout that week if I decide that I have the time and I want to. It will very much depend on work and everything else, but otherwise I've also downloaded Weird Sisters, so I potentially can listen to that one in different formats as well, so that will count for that as well. And finally, Because You Liked, read a book that's been recommended to you because of something else you like. As I just said, I absolutely love Greek mythology retellings, so Ariadne works for that one as well. So those are all the books that I'm going to read for the Because We Can Readathon. Also, like I said, potentially To All the Boys I Loved Before, which is the group book, but I'll just see where I fall on that one during the week. So that's it from me today, guys. That's my TBR for both the Magical Reads Readathon and for Because We Can Readathon. I'm super excited about both of these readathons and obviously also Becca's Bookopoly. Yeah, I'm just really excited to join in, take part. Keep an eye out throughout that second week of September for my challenge videos, which will come out throughout the week. Every single day is a different challenge, so that's how that will work. And yeah, please comment below if you're going in either or both of these readathons. Let me know what you'll be reading, and also let me know what character you're going to be working towards creating for Magical Reads. Will you take part in other in other readathons for that? How are you going to approach that? Please do comment all of that down below if you have anything you'd like to let me know about, and also what you'll be reading for in September just in general. If you'd like to leave me a comment but you don't know what, then leave some kind of magical emoji. All of my social media details are listed in the description below, so if you'd like to go and follow me on any of those other platforms, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.